Welcome back to Lipinki, my friends. This is Graybeard Gaming, and we are in the month of October, and I believe it's time to start harvesting corn. So that's where we're headed. We're gonna go down, and I've already pulled my header trailer down, and we're gonna get this old Massey girl fired up. Look at all that corn. Those are both mine. This one down here is mine. I don't have a lot of money though. Kind of sad about that. I want to be able to purchase this field before spring. That's my goal. I don't know if I'm going to be able to earn enough money to do that, but that's what we're trying to do today. So I'm glad you guys could join me. Now, we are kind of low on funds, which is really not something that makes life easy by any means. All right. Let's see how this old girl reacts. There is an issue. I can tell already. I'm having a bit of a drag with this corn header. It's gonna have to be okay for this harvest though. Yikes. What I'm going to do though is I am going to get a worker started because I got to get my grain hauling equipment. And look at this here beauty. I picked this up for a song, and I was like, you know, this is kind of cool. So yeah, I just got this kind of going now, and I have already planted one field of canola, and that's all I'm going to plant for canola. I'm not going to go crazy on canola. I've got about 2,000 liters of buffalo milk, which is kind of weird saying that out loud. And then I have so much grass, you guys. I'm probably going to start with my next cutting, getting some of it. I just want to see where we're at for goat milk. We don't have a lot. I mean, less than 1,000 liters. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know how I'm going to be able to purchase that other field. I wanted to make, a good size field of oats, but at the same time, I might not need the straw. I have quite a bit. And a couple of the things that we could sell, but I don't know if it's really worth it, is slurry and manure. I don't know what the value of either of those items really truly is. So I'm sure we'll find out what is going on here. Alright. I can see that this is going to be a very, very annoying harvest. And what I'll do is I'm going to harvest this, and then when it is all done, I'm going to sell this header. So I don't think I'm going to have to use it next year. I might, but we'll see. We will see. It would be nice to have one field of corn and then a couple fields of soybean. That was kind of my plan, but the way this header is acting up, I might not have any desire to continue to use it for next year. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. I was kind of hoping to get, you know, enough corn from this to really put a big dent in, you know, I need about $50,000. I mean, obviously I'll sell this corn header and that'll get us a little bit closer. But as things are right now, it's kind of up in the air. So I'm going to put these 3 fields together, and I'm going to put the other 2 fields together, and then I have the larger one down at the end. And between those, this field here, and then these 2, that will make a very large field. In fact, I think that will make a field that is, generally speaking, probably about, I mean, it's not going to be huge. It's going to wind up being somewhere around 6.5 acres. I mean, so it's not huge by any means. It's not tiny either. And it's not going to be a tiny field. It's not going to be a massive field, but it'll be my biggest field. And then I'm going to have to start strategically deciding which field I want to purchase after that. You got to remember that I'm not going to be able to buy everything I want, because after the start of the new year, I'm not going to have, I'm going to change it so that I actually have to time when I sell my crops to get the maximum amount of money for them. One of the things that I had thought about doing as well was placing a well, isn't that pretty? Was going ahead and placing a bunker silo, but I'm really just waiting for a forage wagon to go on sale in the shop, because I'm not going to do a lot of grass right now. Eventually I'm going to get another pastured meadow, and that's going to be up near our homestead, and I'd like to get another cow barn for actual cows, not just, you know, buffalo. So yeah, I want to have all the things, guys. I know that seems a little silly and all that, but I want to have all the things. I was going to check to see how much the slurry that I have is worth. I don't think it's really worth all that much. So slurry, I've got about 30,000 liters. Yeah, it's only worth $1,000. It's not really worth much at all. Thing I've got the most value in is hay. So I could probably sell off a good amount of hay if I had to, I guess. I didn't really want to, but it is a possibility for sure. But as you can see though, I'm not really going to get as much corn as I'd like from these 3 fields. I was hoping for, you know, to make like $20,000, but I'm probably not going to. It's going to be probably substantially less. But we are fortunate enough to have, you know, a place to store our excess crops with our silo setup that we have. I have thought about changing that because it's so big. It takes up a lot of space. It doesn't really fit the aesthetic that our farm currently has. It's big, it's massive. I don't know if there's something comparable out there. I was thinking something a little more run down. I have yet to use the silos even once, so yeah. But we are nearly done harvesting the first field, and I'm not going to be able to do all of these on camera. I did want to get started, and you know, kind of that way we have some transparency as to what we're doing. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to do all 3 fields on camera. One, it's just really boring for you guys. I mean, you don't want to see that. But I figure we get this first one done and then get started into the second one. See how we're feeling. And I'll take care of the trees in between the fields here. I would eventually, I want to have this entire row purchased. I want that grass field as a grass field. Especially if I decide I want to do some silage, which I was going to take a peek at that anyways. See how much it would cost. To have a bunker. About 15,000 for that massive thing. So oops, went a little too far. That's alright. But yeah, that massive bunker silo system, I think that would be fine. It would, like I said though, it is massive. I don't know if we could utilize it properly. It is a lot of, it's a lot of bunker. Let me take another look at that. I mean, do we even have a space that it would fit? I mean, I guess it would fit there, but kind of cuts into cuts into my property, that's for sure. That's 75,000 liters. That's 2 million liters. It's 20, 30, 10 million. I don't know how much ours is actually worth. Quite a bit. So, yeah, I mean, I guess it just comes down to what do we want to accomplish with a bunker. I feel guilty selling off that silo because system that we have, because that's $90,000, and that just gives us access to so much money. I don't want to wrap bales because if I'm going to do silage, I want it to be a pain in the ass to do it. I don't want it to be something that's easy like wrapping bales. To me, that's just not what I want to do on this playthrough. Ugh. See if we can't get straightened back out here. There we go. But I do suppose if I were to sell that one off, I could spend a good amount of money on, you know, a replacement. And then maybe put like this type of bunker in. That could be a possibility. Or, you know, I could just do a single. Oh no, that's not going to work. I mean, it would work, but I'd have to get an auger system to do it. And that part's not going to work for me. I've got some thinking to do, you guys. So, but again, it's my playthrough. I should be allowed to do what I want. I like that one. So there's options out there, I guess. I just have to decide what options I want to go with, because I'll still need to get a way of hauling I still need to get a way of hauling milk. And I'd like to buy that field. I don't know yet. Lots of things to think about, though. I can just got to get this thing straightened back out. There we go. So what I'm actually contemplating doing would be purchasing or selling that off, purchasing the 200,000 liter silos. I think that would be enough. And with those, I could essentially turn my I mean, I would use most of that money, and I wouldn't feel as guilty. I'd only have like $8,000-9,000 left over, which to me feels a lot more fair. It's just kind of how I feel, and it would also kind of force me into a position to I wouldn't be able to buy a field, because if I went on a cheap silo, that's what I would do. I would buy another field, and that seems kind of cheap. What I would maybe use that $10,000 difference is maybe I would go and purchase something to haul milk or slurry, and kind of focus on that as a new thing. I don't know if I can put manure in a forage wagon. I want to look that up, because I don't really have a way of collecting the manure without a spreader, and if I have to get a forage wagon anyways, I'd like to just have one that collects manure. So it's kind of where my thought process is there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up that grain truck, and we're going to go and sell that before I end this video. That way you guys get an idea of how much I'm going to make for every full truck and trailer that I get. Another option is not getting a trailer and just using the butt ugly tanker that truck can have on it. That actually might be the best option, because it would save me some money, and I wouldn't have to have another piece of equipment sitting around the farm. So that might be an option. One thing I did put in the farm homestead there is I did purchase a workshop. I set it right next to our fuel barrel, and I still can't afford to fill the fuel barrel all the way, because it only holds like 5,000 liters. I can't afford to fill it. I mean, I wish I could, but I just can't. Oh no, just ruined about 3 liters of corn, and I just about did more. Whew. That was about a titty whisker away from ruining a bunch more corn. That would have made me angry. I mean, I might be able to upgrade the corn header. I still don't know if I need anything to do straw. I mean, I don't know if I need any straw for next year. I'm kind of wanting to do a lot more soybeans. I feel like that would be a better use of our time, and financially I think it would give us a better return than doing oats, because I'm not making anything off the straw other than creating slurry, and I'm also creating not just slurry, but I'm also creating manure. So I mean, there is, I guess, that benefit, but there's not a huge benefit to not getting that set up to do getting something set up where I can haul slurry and it doesn't really cost me much. So right now my slurry and my manure, it's only worth about $1,000 each. So obviously, I mean, my hay is worth more than anything I've got, and that's only worth, gosh, I think somewhere in the neighborhood of I think that's 11,000. And next month I'll be able to do one more cutting, and I can get more hay. But like I said, I was thinking about doing silage, and I haven't looked up the price of silage. I should do that. How much is silage going for? All right, silage. It runs about $140 a liter. So, or 1,000 liters. So if I have 10,000 liters of silage, it's only $1,400. If I've had 50,000 liters, then, you know, I mean, it's not huge money. It's 7,000, but 100,000 is 14,000. So I mean, I guess everything in, you know, when you look at it in context as to what it's worth, you know, maybe that is what we do with some silage, or with some of our grass is, you know, we put it into silage. We don't have to put it all up into hay. I know we get caught up into this 80% effectiveness for the water bison, and that's all fine and dandy and everything, but I don't want to worry about having to, I'm not going to get it to 100%. I'm not going to do TMR. To me, it's just not reasonable expectation to create TMR. So what we're going to do though is we're going to empty this out, and we will go ahead, we'll empty out the harvester, and then we're going to go sell this, and then we'll see what we made for the first one. And I'm only going to probably get just over one more load, so I mean that's like 14,500 liters. So I'm only going to get 30,000 liters off of all this corn at the most. It's kind of depressing when you consider how much corn we actually put in, and how much we're getting out. It's not computing. So where is corn to go? Corn is going to the grain elevator. We are going to tag the place. And where are we talking? Quite a ways, actually. Alright, so let's go ahead, head up there. And this is only going to net us probably about $10,000. I mean, I shouldn't say only. $10,000 is a lot of money, but I'd like to get more, obviously. So let's see what happens, you guys. We're going to head up there, make as much as we can, and get back to doing the what we do best, and that's getting this farm harvest done. I'd also like to get the goats into a larger pasture, because I want more than just 29. I feel like that's just kind of undercutting what we can do. Yeah. I'm just hopeful that we can get another full load here by the I think we can. I think we can get a little bit more than a full truck and trailer full. I'm hoping to, you know, do the trailer and then get the one tipper truck full beyond that. So I mean that's best case scenario. Oh, and it's $12,000. I mean, it's not terrible money. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest off camera, and I think I have a game plan with the silos. I'm going to get the smaller, more rustic looking ones. It's only going to save me a little bit of money, not enough to buy a field or anything like that. So until then, though, you guys, I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch, and please leave some comments. I'd love to talk to you guys about what's going on here in Lipinki. So this is Graybeard Gaming, wishing you guys the very best of days. I'm going to see you guys next time, and please make sure you guys are being safe out there. See ya.